The foundation of how AI can help your business is built on the information you give it access to. That's what turns it from generic AI that answers the whole world into customized AI that knows everything about your business, how you work, talk, send emails, everything. Basically an all-powerful employee. But giving AI all that information has to be done properly. Do it wrong and you've got a messy folder full of stuff it can't find. So here are the 5 steps I'd take if I was bringing AI into my business. My name's Ivan and I run FlowState. We're an automation and consulting agency helping business owners bring AI into their company. Step 1, you're going to need an agent. An AI agent is just AI that's been downloaded into the back end of your computer. This allows it to update, change, delete files, and kind of take control of your computer. Whereas a regular chatbot can't do any of that. The 2 I'd recommend is the Claude desktop app or the ChatGPT desktop app. Step 2 is making a project folder. So once you've downloaded one of the desktop apps, you want to come over to code here in the top left, go into a new session and see this where it says mission control. This is your project folder. It's basically just where all the AI folders and information and context you're about to feed it is stored. Some other things to run you down on is where it says Opus 5 is the model that you're using in that session. Fable 5 is the most powerful. Opus you want to use for everyday tasks. Sonnet for low thinking or simple tasks, and you probably won't use haiku. Where it says high is the effort level, so as you can see, faster or smarter. And last one, where it says auto, this just makes it so that you don't have to press enter and accept all the time when Claude is asking for permission. Step 3 is getting a folder structure, which is super important. The problem with not having the right folder structure is when you feed in heaps of information, everything just gets dumped into one pile, which makes it really difficult to find the right information and takes up a lot of token usage, which you want to try avoid. So the right folder structure helps with all of that. And the one I like to use is being popularized by Andrej Karpathy. It's called the Wiki system. I'll set my GitHub repo to public so you can use the same one as me. But how it works is there's 3 main folders: index, wiki, and raw. The raw folder is, as it says, just the raw information unchanged saved into this folder. The wiki is just a summarized version of that raw information, which the AI does. It summarizes it and puts it into the wiki. The index is the map, and it's the first thing that the AI reads, so it gets a handle of how it should read the wiki and where it should go looking. So for example, if you took your meeting notes and gave them to Claude, that raw transcript in the raw folder, summarize all the key information and put it into the wiki, and update the index of where to find it. That's basically how it all works. Some of the other stuff that we have in here, Claude.md tells you how the whole repo works. Brain 1 is the folder that gets read and opened every single session. This tells the AI who you are, what you're working on right now, and how you like to work things. You want to keep this small because this is what loads up every single session. Brain 2 is everything else. Stuff that you don't need on the daily basis, but you do need access to every now and again. It only gets open when it's needed. Why you keep them split apart is because you don't want to use up too much tokens with unnecessary information in Brain 1. So you store it in Brain 2. This repo has got a README explaining all of this in a bit more detail, which you can go through. If you point your AI to it, it's got instructions on how to set it up yourself, and Claude will know what he's doing. Step number 4 is mapping out your business. This is just writing down every single process that happens in your day-to-day of your whole company. I'm going to make a video going a bit more in-depth on how to do this properly, but I'll give you a quick overview. For example, we have marketing here, split down into 4 different ways that I do marketing, mapping each step of the process so that the AI has a clear picture of everything that goes on. It goes into sales, onboarding, delivery, basically your whole business written down. If you're a big company, you might have to interview other team members to fill in the gaps that you don't know. Step 5 is building out the context. So far you've downloaded your agent, you've made a project folder, you've set up your folder structure with the GitHub, and you've mapped out your whole business. So now you're ready to build out the context. First, you want to start by telling the AI what you're doing. So for example, I'm building out the context of my business ingest all of this information into the correct areas, which it should know from the wiki information, and then start with the simple stuff, like the stuff you can just take from your folders and chuck straight in, like copy and paste. Take the full map from when you've mapped out your business and chuck it in there. Do your SOPs, throw your website in there, throw previous quotes, previous emails, your tone of voice and how you like to talk to customers. Once you've got as much in as you can and you can't think of anything else, you want to put another prompt in asking the AI to grill you about all the information that you've missed, or like any of the missing gaps. I'm sure that you will not get everything done in that first session, but it's a compounding asset. The more you talk to the AI, the more information that it will gather and can carry on updating the files. So don't worry about it too much. One thing you do have to do is keep on top of it. Any old or stale information, make sure it's removed or replaced by the updated and current version, because the AI can start getting confused when there's two conflicting ideas. Once you've done all of that, the context is built, you're ready to start automating your business. The AI knows everything about you and how you like to work things, all of the processes. Now you just have to connect all the tools and identify all the automations from the process map, and you'll be on your way to saving heaps of time. If you like this video, you're going to like the next one on doing an in-depth mapping of your processes. And there'll be a link in the description to go grab my public repo to use as your folder structure. Thanks for watching.